Hi lovies, welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday. I wanted to do a quick video about these two books that I got. We are embarking on another full moon and I thought it was a perfect time for me to show you these two books, what I think, my initial feelings, and hopefully it will help you out for anyone looking to study more about the moon and who are looking to do those things as a diary, a journal, and planner all in one for next year. So if you are interested in this, then keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing I will show you is the Moonology book. I'm not going to go too much in detail about this. There are a bunch of reviews about this book, but I will say is that I have been studying astrology and I pretty much love it, and I'm starting to really live my life on those ideals, but I wanted to get a book that really hones in on the moon and studying the moon. So one of my goals, you can call it, I guess, a New Year's resolution, if you will, for next year, is to do more studying about the moon. So with Moonology, from what I have read so far, I've only read a little bit. What I really like about this book, it's not going to detail about the astrological signs and the cardinal or fixed signs and things like that when it comes to those things. It's really going into like the second section here is creating your dream life with a new moon. It tells you about the new moons, the type of new moons, and how to I guess study and practice and live your life according to new moon manifestations. The part 3 is about full moons and everything about full moons. Again, there's a lot of in-depth reviews, so I just want to do a quick review about this, but let's just see here. Work with magic of the full moon. Full moon, forgiveness and gratitude. Plan your life with the full moon. Predict your future with the full moon. Like, I love, love, love those things. So in whatever path you are following, if the moon cycles and their phases interest you, I highly recommend picking up a book like this or any astrology book and try to give it a shot. It really may open your mind and have you think in a different perspective. And the last part here is living concisely with a daily moon, which is great because obviously the moon is it's up in the air, and every day it's changing. It's changing in its cycle, whether it's waning or waxing, and depending on the month and the time and things like that, it really does affect you differently. So not everyone knows how to follow a daily moon, so I'm looking forward to seeing what she writes in regards to how to follow a daily moon and what does that mean for your calendar. All right, so that was Moonology, really quick. It's by Yasmin Bolin, which is amazing. I really want to pick up her Oracle deck. I've heard nothing but awesome things. And yeah, I will come back with this at a later time when I do more studying, and then maybe I'll just do kind of a part 2 to just Moonology. And once I get a better understanding and start reading more into this and journaling, I'll come back with a second part review. Okay, so this is what I'm really, really excited to show you guys. This is the new Moonology Diary 2020. So I really wanted to get this in here for you guys because a lot of you at this point are starting to look for agendas, planners, calendars, and things like that. If you are wanting to study the moon and are interested in the moon, I'm telling you guys, I cannot recommend this enough. I am in love with this. I haven't started it and I cannot wait to use this. So it's really beautiful. I love the inside and the outer pages. let's just give you a look through here. There's not many videos from what I saw reviewing this book, so I really hope that this gives you guys a better insight. Again, this is the title page, just beautiful art. Love that. So it just tells you the contents here. Not going to go too crazy. Year planner 2020, 2021. Welcome to 2020. So it gives you a little blurb about the lunar cycle, understanding the new moon, crescent moon, and all of the moon phases, which when you start reading this, you'll start understanding better. I don't think that this is a complete companion to this. This is more like a grab if you want some information. So I wouldn't say read this and then do this. This is your daily journal. This is your daily planner. And if you need more help with any of the information in here, I would go look through here, if that makes sense. Go look through the Moonology book. Signs of the Zodiac. It's just simple information here. So she starts off with manifesting the new moon, think good thoughts, and full moon forgiveness. So in this planner, you're going to see that there is quite a pattern. There's full moon forgiveness and there's manifesting with the new moon. Obviously, those are what the moons are for. So she tells you how to run forgiveness here. She goes on to describe the key lunar events during the year, which is super, super helpful. And one of the things that I love that Yasmin does is that she gives you the full moons and the new moons in their signs. And then she also gives you the time zones. A lot of people and YouTubers, they'll give you good information, but they're on the UK time zone or a Pacific time zone. So you can look where you are. So I will be in New York. I'm in Pennsylvania. And I will know that the new moon in Aquarius is going to happen at 1642. That's so, so helpful because a lot of times I'm just left trying to guess or figure out from either YouTubers or books when they give UK or other times. So super, super helpful. So she runs through the year of all of the key events for that year. She goes into a brief blurb about the houses. The houses are super, super important. I'm pretty sure, let's see here in Moonology, they're going to be talking about houses because where your chart is and your houses lie are pretty important if you are wanting to study astrology or even the moon cycles. So here in chapter 5, predicting your future for the new moon, star signs and rising signs and houses. So she does go through the houses in this book. So I'm curious to see in Moonology terms what the houses mean. Okay, so then you start your weekly diary. These are 2020 months in a glance. And then she just goes through the week. So here you have your sign. Here you have the cycle of the moon. And again, she goes to tell you if there's a new moon eclipse, the times. So one thing I really like at the end of each week, she gives you kind of like a little blurb. So for the last week of December, she goes to say, it's the last full week of the year and it ends with a new moon eclipse. Make the most of it and set your intentions for 2020 now. How awesome is that? So then for every month, she gives you pretty much like a dashboard. Again, kind of reiterating the full moons, gives you a quick overview here. I saw her diary last year and it didn't have these pages, and I am super, super pumped that she has this. This is a really helpful dashboard, and it's really helpful to see the month before the weeks. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely hate planners when it gives you all the weeks and there's just no monthly layout or spread. So here you can see where all of the important cycles are happening and things to do this month. So she tells you to do a chant, really release 2019, just let it go. Show someone how much they mean to you. Like this is incredible. I am like literally blown away, and it just gets better. So you have a dashboard with a month view, and you have these prompts to kind of keep you going for the month. It's just, if you're a journaling type, really, this is just the best. So again, she goes through the week. Here's a little blurb about that week. And then full moon, eclipse, and Cancer. Again, goes through the full moon eclipse. And because it's in Cancer, she will tell you what that is in here. So I did a little bookmarks here because I wanted to show you how awesome this book keeps getting. So every full moon, you'll see a full moon forgiveness list. And then here, you'll see another full moon forgiveness list. But you guys, don't get it twisted. Just because you see the same thing doesn't mean that she's repeating. This thing, it's really, really catered to the full moons of where they stand, their astrological signs, and what it means in its position at that moment. So she'll give you a full moon forgiveness list, and then she goes to tell you up here, full moon in Cancer. So just reminding you the full moon is in Cancer at this moment. And then the questions to ask this full moon, you know, are my insecurities holding me back? And if so, what am I going to do about it? Am I reluctant to change? If so, why? Like, then you journal. So I'm going to give you another example. So this one over here, the full moon is in Leo up here. So again, we have another full moon forgiveness list. But if you noticed, the questions are different. So questions to ask this full moon. Have I let pride get in the way? If so, when? Who do I need to forgive, but my pride keeps stopping me? Releasing upset doesn't make what happened okay. It just means I can move on. How will I know I moved on? Like, these are such great questions. These are great, great, great questions. And if you guys ever notice, I mean, if you are like a moon just junkie like I am, and you look up and there's a full moon energy, like you really get these deep and like down in your soul type feelings, and you know, you just there is a sense of forgiveness, there is a sense of soul searching. And if you want to do any type of shadow work, the full moon would be it. So, and these are just those kind of questions for shadow work to really get your mind going, and to question, you know, if you're doing the right thing. And this is what I mean. Like, if you're trying to be a better person, you're trying to live a life where there's more forgiveness, and you can have that full moon energy help you along that path. So there's another one. And then the same thing goes for new moons. So you have new moon wishes and intentions. So new moon in Pisces. So these are when you want to create things, you want to manifest things, you want to start projects, because new moons are all about the beginnings of the cycle. So how can I live as a conscious person in 2020? How does a consciously lived life look? How can I recommit to my favorite spiritual practice? Like, this is incredible, incredible. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. There's really nothing more that I can ask for in a journal / agenda. Is to give me a dashboard, is to give me a month, is to give me a very good spacing in the week. I could still put things that I'm planning to do, like mundane things that I'm planning to do, really. And then for next year, I really want it to be all about moon practices and really diving deeper into my astrological studies. So some of these questions, obviously, this little section is just not going to cut it. So I really want to take this mama jamma that my friends have made for me, and it's just this huge astrology journal, and this is pretty much what I'm going to be using, writing down my feelings here, for all the new moons and full moons and anything that I learn about astrology, it's all going to go in here. It's been high time that I've worked in this journal, and I was really waiting for the special time to do that. And I think next year I'm going to make it a really big priority to work in this guide journal, use this as a guide, and really study using these guys. And then, like I said, I'll probably start picking up the Moonology Oracle deck and see how all of these three translate together. So yeah, I really do suggest this Moonology Diary 2020. You really don't even have to get the companion book if you don't want. It's really perfect on its own. And yeah, got this on Amazon. If anyone's interested, I'll leave a link below. And that's it for me. Thank you for watching, guys. Mwah.